One thing in business is honesty, integrity, hard work, family. Never forgetting where we came from.
I hope you hear me. Pain, since I've lost you, I'm lost too. Nigga feeling like he at the bottom like a horseshoe. Sorry for the trouble that I put you in your heart through. God knows that I do anything for a part two. Ought to be praying for the day you come back to me, saying that you forgive me. Give me another chance, I'm needing it like a kidney. I don't wanna advance, give me back her hands, give me back her touch. I don't ask.
We need money. We really want to solve all our problems. Talk to me. I know how we can turn it up a notch.
You've been lying us our whole lives. I hope you had a good enough reason.
What's going on, YouTube? We back in the Low Key Cave, Keyshawn Niles' YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key, and we back with another TV show review, and we are doing Power, Book 2, Season 2, Episode 8. What's this called? Drug Related. I had to see what the name of the episode was called. But yeah, we pretty much back, you know, with Tariq, pretty much dealing with what he dealing with as far as court, and pretty much being charged with the murder of not only the cop, but the other professor that was killed. I mean, we all know the truth as far as Tariq. He has to own up to one of those murders. But anyway, he's pretty much just dealing with everything that's coming with that. Not only that, trying to get back up as far as product go. Because if you don't know, Lorenzo is pretty much the main connect now as far as getting everything he's supposed to be getting from Kane's Soul Connect, which is Mecca, the person who's in the middle of all of this. And I'm glad I got Mecca beside the chef, because in this episode, I've been really confused about Mecca. Not in this episode, but just this season, because I've been saying, is he a cop, or is he an undercover, or is he like CIA, DEA or something? But I mean, more and more it's pretty much been pointing out that he's not none of government enforcement. Like, he might be just this top-notch, powerful drug dealer. You know what I'm saying? And I really was thinking that he wasn't that dude. I was thinking he was somebody else or something, even with the chef. At some points in time, I was thinking it was the chef over him. But in this episode, it really clears it up who Mecca is. No, I'm not going to say this episode says who Mecca is, but it kind of clears up the notion that he ain't no government official, or he ain't down with the police or nothing like that. That's one thing I will say. Other than that, though, I feel like Monet and Diana, they are having their pretty much confrontation as far as battle of the like, I'm just saying, man, they are going at it. And you talking about teenage rebel. I forgot how old Diana is, but she's about to go to college, so she's still young. But you talking about teenage rebel. Her and Monet have it out in this episode, man. And both of them don't trust each other at all. And you see it a lot in this episode. I mean, you pretty much have everything going on as far as Monet and Diane and the way they are going at each other now. Because like I said, they don't trust each other. But in this episode, it makes it very clear, not only that Diane is not rocking with Monet no more, but she obviously feels like Monet is hot and stuff. So you obviously see in this episode the way Diana is going about things, and the way she has been just manipulating certain situations, especially when she did what she did with the money to get Lorenzo out or whatnot. So it's a lot going on forthcoming as far as just the whole family dynamic, especially when you had Tariq sitting in there telling Monet at that one point, you know, when she was trying to keep him from going in court to get his little sister or whatnot, and him breaking down everything to Monet, telling her how none of your kids trust each other, or you can't trust them, or this and the third. So a lot of that comes to play in this episode, especially with Monet. It's a lot of revelations in this episode. But speaking of Monet, you got the whole thing still going on with Zeke, man. And in this episode, I want y'all to explain something to me after you watch the episode, because there's something troubling that they do in this episode where it involves age and math, and it's like certain shit just not adding up. So y'all let me know. But honestly, man, I have to say something before I continue on. And I think it's because I've been watching Ozark. Well, not been, but I just recently got back to watching Ozark because I was trying to catch up to get to season 4. Phenomenal. I'm gonna be getting to that season 4 as far as doing my review of Ozark. But watching a show like Ozark, where you got all this phenomenal acting, you got this really good tight writing, And then coming to this Power Book 2 Ghost, I'm not being funny, but man, I enjoy Power for what it is. That's the thing about it. But that's why I still say Power Book 3 Raising Kanan is a way better acting and written show. Is way more grounded than this shit right here. This is on that Tyler Perry soap opera type shit. It really is. Minus, you know what I'm saying, all the people getting killed or whatnot, but it is. Power Book 2 Ghost is definitely different from the original Power. Power had its moments as far as that being over the top and here and there in the third, but Power to, because I always have said this, Power as a series is or whatnot is like the Avengers of drug dealing. Like it's like it is like these superheroes doing what they do. It seems like they got endless amounts of resources. Seem like they can never be caught and stuff like that. But it's the whole thing with Power and the way it's written. It just certain shit just don't be making sense. Certain shit don't add up. And in this episode in particular, it's a lot of things going on where it involves a heist. It involves them trying to do certain things to manipulate Mecca. And it's like, if this dude is who I think he is, he's not that stupid. And I think they playing that as that position to make him seem like, yeah, he don't get it right now, but he actually is more on to everything that's going on around him than you think he is. Which brings me to my brother Kane. I'm still saying it. Kane is not going to make it this season. I think Kane is out of here. There's too many different things that's looking like it's going to fall on his lap. Because the fact that he around Mecca and it's certain things that he's doing. Because like I said in this episode, it involves a lot. It involves people trying to get back on their feet. Because you remember last episode, Kane dealing with Davis as far as Method Man's character, pretty much trying to have his money to pay his legal fees or whatnot. Same thing with Tariq. And that's why everybody is doing in this episode, not only trying to get product back, but trying to get money. My whole thing with Monet and them is they sitting here with this whole dilemma about Lorenzo, and he's in home like one way or another. That's his son. He's going to help him out, but I guess the writers got to make it some type of way where they have to do or go over the top to do certain things where just to me don't be making sense as far as the way Power is written for these characters to do what they doing or their motivations. Monet, I get it. She wants to be with Mecca and she really don't want to come back to Lorenzo relying on him even though he just got out. But you already done made this decision to stay in this spot and not go with Mecca. So it's like, what are we talking about? And with Kane, he keep making these dumbass decisions. Oh my man. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, man. But Professor Milgram, man, she has a lot she's dealing with this episode. And like I said, this is a spoiler-free review, but everybody is pretty much getting some revelations to happen this episode, and she is dealing with a lot this episode. You definitely gonna know what I'm talking about once you watch it and be on the lookout for it. But it was like, you wouldn't, I'm trying to say this without giving anything away, but it's the way, and you will understand once you watch the episode, how she is pretty much lured into doing something. Which I get it. It's because she's like feeling guilty about what her position, what she was doing as far as involving Lauren, and you will understand once you watch the episode. But it's like the way Tariq is even explaining, it's like, I don't believe this nigga. I'm not believing this nigga. I get what you saying, but no, nigga. And I don't know, man. What I do love though, and I should have put a picture up here. We got another cameo from Ghost, and I'm not gonna say what it is, and it's not really a cameo from Ghost. You know what I'm talking about, just the way he did with the letter as far as sending it to Reed. But he has certain things in place still going on in here. Ghost's name, this was why, and I always wonder why are they gonna call this Power Book 2 Ghost, and it's supposed to be about Tariq or whatnot, but you understanding it more and more, especially with this season, because it's the way Ghost has had certain things set up before he died. I'm not even gonna go deep into it. Like I said, you'll watch the episode and you'll understand more. But Tariq, man, I'm telling you, it was at a certain point where I feel like Tariq, since he's been guided by, like I said, not only Kanan, he's been guided by Dre, he's been guided by Tommy, and of course his father Ghost. But it's the thing about Ghost. Ghost went through situations leading up to him being who he is. Tariq was in home, spoiled, like I'm saying, he had everything he ever wanted besides, you know what I'm saying, Ghost maybe not being there 24/7 like he should have. But then again, you always remember the original Power. Ghost was pretty much in his lives, video games, they was doing this thing to make it sure school wise he was straight. And then you have this whole thing going on with Tariq. Seems like he's getting kind of I ain't gonna say he's kind of falling out of place with the way he kind of not able to maneuver out of certain situations, but he's kind of off track the way because of Ghost, and he keep getting these images in his head. Not really images, but the way he's thinking is like, damn, Ghost. This nigga is like 10 steps ahead of me, and it's like Ghost knew what Tariq was going to do before Tariq is even doing it. That's his father, nigga. That's your daddy. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing about it, man. And I'm actually really enjoying that part of it as far as the way they have Ghost intertwining with the story without even showing Amari Hardwick's character. Shout out to Amari Hardwick and his performance as Ghost, which I would love to see him make some type of little cameo, even like what 50 Cent Kanan is doing as far as showing up as like this ghost, or not even a ghost, but like his conscience or whatnot talking to him. And I like to see that. And like I think a lot of people always done said this too, when he had got that letter, a lot of people wish they would have been Ghost voice talking to him. But that's another part I really enjoy as far as that, as far as the whole thing with Ghost setting up these whole things as far as Tariq and him not understanding what's going on, because Ghost keep having this certain things that's already done before he passed away. And once you watch the episode, you understand more. Effie, man. Once again, I'm going to keep saying it. It's the same thing as far as involving Mecca. She still has a lot of mystery behind her. Y'all can explain it to me in the comment section. If y'all feel like Effie does not have a lot of... Well, I feel like she has a lot of mystery behind, or is it a connection between Mecca and Effie? But like I said, they have this whole plan going on involving, like I said, Brandon, Tariq, and Effie. And they kind of trying to do something with Monet and them too, as far as getting back up on supply and getting some money back, because like I said, you pretty much have Tariq and Kane dealing with the whole thing as far as getting Davis's money to represent them or whatnot. So they trying to do all that, and that's what I'm saying as far as the writing goes. It just kind of feel like they did a lot of extra things in this episode that feel like it just wasn't right or in place, and it felt like people wouldn't fall for certain things if you told them that, and it just didn't feel like certain characters, the way they been portrayed in the season or whatnot, wouldn't move that way. Kane, on the other hand, is Kane. But anyway, man, with Drew, you are really starting to see that dark side of Drew. Like I said, he's always had that. And you've always seen where, I ain't going to say he's unhinged, but you've seen where he has this flip of a script where he can just go out and not only kill somebody, but you know what I'm saying, maybe damn near beat somebody to death. And we seen teases of this when the whole GTG thing went down, and you know Zeke was about to get shot in his knee. I mean, that was first season, if I'm not mistaken. But you seen how he almost had lost it there. But in this episode, you really see not only that. I'm gonna even give credit to the actor playing Drew, man, because a lot of people say lackluster on a lot of the acting this season. I was like that when the first episode went on, but like I said, I'm just following it and I'm going along. But I am going to give the actor who plays Drew credit. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but shout out to the actor. But he has a scene in this episode where, hey, he ain't even got to say words. It's just a look in his face. And it's like, yo, he went there. Like, you see in his face, he went there. So I am going to give that actor credit for what he did as far as the actor who plays Drew and the level he took it to in this episode. And I enjoyed it. At the same time, he does something kind of stupid in this episode where it's like, nigga, just shoot. Just do it. Like, just do it. Why are you sitting here making this monologue, talking and shit? Just do it. Nah, you know we got to have some type of big scene or action scene or whatnot. But anyway, portraying it to as far as everybody else, as far as the whole thing with Monet and Diane, they are really the big pull of this episode. And you understand why, because it's a really big moment. It is almost like a damn Tyler Perry, Why Did I Get Married table scene moment. You know when they Tyler Perry that movie Why Did I Get Married, when they at the table scene, and you might not know what I'm talking about, and I don't mean to make those comparisons right now, but it's just this whole soap opera-ish style that's going on this season, and that's why I'm making the comparisons to Tyler Perry, because it kind of has that writing, and you know how Tyler Perry movies is when they had that type of Lifetime movie writing, and they kind of doing that a little bit with this, and I'm probably feeling that way, like I said, because I'm just coming off of Ozark and all that good writing and that good acting and that phenomenal storytelling. We're gonna talk about it, but I'm just saying, man, I enjoy Power for what it is. Power is not Ozark not Power, so it is what it is. All I'm saying is, though, I'm not gonna front. Some of that acting is lackluster, man. But I've seen people, Method Man, especially Mary J. Blige. But it's Method Man is like I ain't gonna say he a veteran actor, but this dude done been around and been acting for a long time, man. So I think it's the writing for certain characters, and I think it's the writing for certain actors, or even people who've been doing it for a minute. Because I feel like it's certain actors in here, actors who kind of like can't get that whole charisma thing going because they so one noted, and that's the writing. But on the other end, once again, I like Power for what it is, man. It is what it is. Even with that whole soap opera drama and whatnot, I'm still following the story, man. I should have put Tate up here, man, and I'm making sure I'm not forgetting to talk about nobody, but it's a lot of revelation this episode, man. It's a lot of reveals this episode. Be on the lookout for them. But to me, it just didn't have that impact. But it's like, by the time you get to the end, it's like, damn, something does happen. It doesn't really have an impact, though, because I guess we wasn't really liking certain people anyway. But still, it's like, damn, he wasn't really that. Why did they have to happen like that? But it is what it is, like I said, that's what Power does. Overall, though, I am looking forward to see where this is going to go and how Tariq is going to try or be able to maneuver his way out of these situations, because I know Tariq is going to find some way to maneuver his way out of this situation. My whole thing is we going to get this whole thing with Mecca, Lorenzo, and Monet coming into some type of triangle or coming together, because I've seen previews, if I'm not mistaken, and you had this whole thing where, no, I may be thinking about the last episode. My bad, y'all. My bad. I'm sorry. But it's just the whole thing of how is all of this going to play out when everything comes to light and everything finally happens, as far as the reveals that Tariq didn't commit the murders, or he comes off innocent or whatnot, or possibly maybe he do go to jail. I don't know, man. Maybe they'll have, going into the next season, as far as season 3, Tariq possibly being locked up, almost like they did with Ghost, and in that one season where they had him framed for killing that one cop and Angela sent him to jail. So they could possibly do that. On the other end, you got a lot of things going on in this episode where you might have some people getting dropped off or getting laid out, and it's like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Certain people are innocent, and it shouldn't even be playing out that way. But that's how Ghost Power Book 2 is set up. But on the other end, man, as far as Tariq, like I said, I'm just, more than anything, like I said, I'm enjoying these little nitpicks with Ghost, as far as the things he's had set up before he died, and the way Tariq keep getting surprised by these things. And shout out to the lawyer, man. The lawyer, the person that's playing his lawyer, he was the guy that they had in the grocery store and whatnot, and he was an older actor who been playing in the Cosby shows, but he been back on the scene for a while now, and he been playing in Power for a while, so shout out to that actor. But the way this lawyer keep bringing these little things from Ghost, and you're gonna know what I'm talking about once you watch this episode. But other than that, man, that's pretty much all I had as far as Power Book 2, Ghost, Season 2, Episode 8. Drug related. I keep forgetting the name of the episode, but drug related. Like I said, it's another good episode. I'm not coming in here trying to get in or down on or get down on Power Book 2. Like I said, I just watched Ozark, man, and that is a very, very good show. It's some very good writing and acting. So I think that kind of took me out of it when I was watching this episode, and that's why I don't think it hit as hard as the other episodes been, because I've been enjoying this, man. I have, but like I said, I'm back on Ozark now, and it's a little bit better writing, a little bit better storytelling, and a lot of I would say a whole lot of better acting. And shout out to Tommy. You don't know, Tommy is in Ozark, not Tommy off Ghost, but the actor who plays Tommy, he plays in Ozark too, so definitely check that out. Other than that, man, y'all let me know in the comment section, how are y'all feeling about the dilemma that most of our characters in? How do y'all feel as far as Tariq? If you have watched the episode, how do you feel about everything that has came out and everything that has been brought to the light? Let me know in the comment section, man. Other than that, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to let you know when I upload new videos. This is the road to 400 subs. Shout out to all my recent subscribers and everybody who has been subscribed for me to the beginning. Shout out to everybody who be checking out my lives and taking the time just to watch us and do what we do. Shout out to everybody who be leaving comments and hitting that like button. I'm telling you, man, I really appreciate everybody who's been doing what they doing. Like I said, we're going to continue to bring some good content, and we're going to continue to bring better quality and get better as far as the channel go. But once again, our appreciation and shout out to everybody who's been taking the time to watch me, man. We out.
Is Lauren Baldwin in danger? and see me smile at the actual situation. And because they could sense that I'm not afraid of it, yeah, it's only because of my experience prior to.